Hello and welcome back to the Redstone series. We'll be talking about the Chiseled Bookshelf. Now the Chiseled Bookshelf is an interesting block that allows you to take books in and out of a bookshelf and create secret passageways that open up when you interact with a specific book, which are cool. So let's learn how to make them. The Chiseled Bookshelf can be crafted with 6 planks of any kind and 3 wood slabs of any kind, and this will grant you the Chiseled Bookshelf. On the front of the Chiseled Bookshelf, there are 6 slots. You can insert books by clicking on the slot. You can insert enchanted books, regular books, written books, and even knowledge books. The knowledge book is a fun little item only obtainable through commands that does nothing. And it does not matter what order you place the books in. To take a book back out, just click again on the slot that the book is in to grab that book. And it will be the same book that you put in. Now this is cool and all, but what does this have to do with redstone? Well, I'll tell you. You see, behind here, you'll notice our old friend, the comparator. The little redstone block, so smart it can do math. And if you haven't watched the episode about the comparator, the link should be up here somewhere. Now that you've gone and checked that out, or at least know how the comparator works, we can now know what the Chiseled Bookshelf will do. First thing you'll notice when putting a Chiseled Bookshelf with the comparator is you'll get an advancement, the power of books. The bookshelf will be empty, and the comparator will not give off any power, and the comparator will not give off a signal. The slots go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this as shown on screen, but here I've put a book into slot 3. Now if we look over here, the comparator is giving out a signal strength of 3. We come back over here, pop a thing in the 4th slot, gives off a signal strength of 4. Whichever slot has been interacted with last. Doesn't matter what other combinations have been done, whichever slot was the last one to be interacted with, either having the book removed or placed back in, that will be the signal that the Chiseled Bookshelf will emit, which means 6 is the highest amount of signal that the Chiseled Bookshelf can produce. Now with this, obviously what we're going to be doing is making the secret door. However, here it's not going to be quite secret because we're just using the iron door. Now I want this door to open when I interact with the second book on this bookshelf. Behind that bookshelf, this is the one I want to read, and I'm going to place my comparator 6 blocks out and run a line of redstone on that. Here we can see it's already running a signal of 2. Now we're going to do something similar to our little combination lock over there. But this one we're going to do a little differently. Along the blocks that have the redstone line, we are going to place a redstone torch. These 2 torches should be powered like this. Then for the other however many slots, we are going to set repeaters here to carry the signal because it is still pretty weak. And we are going to set a line of redstone like this, so they're all meeting up. So that way, if the wrong slot is interacted with, say we interact with the first slot, then the redstone line doesn't reach the second torch, so the line turns on here. We go for a 5, then it goes past here, turning on these repeaters, and the redstone line is active. But if we interact with the second slot, then the redstone line is off. We're going to set up a redstone torch to invert the signal, connect this main redstone line here with the torch. When the redstone here is on, this torch should be off. And the same way, when this is off, this should be on. And we are now going to connect this to the door, and just like that, we should have a hidden library book that when activated will open the door. And now we've got ourselves a whole library full of books, and we can only open the door if we interact with the exact right one. Oh, the door, it opened. That's cool. And now it's closed. And by the power of books and reading stuff, we have created a secret door fit for any library that you may want to hide something in. And once we're done, we can even use the chiseled bookshelf as a really cool looking flooring. But anyway, that is all you need to know about the chiseled bookshelf. Hit the subscribe button on your way out to find your own good book, and maybe you will find a secret passageway of your own. Maybe. It's not that likely. But who knows? Subscribe.